If you can't tell by my friend right here, today we are talking about honeys. We are talking about the clutch that we got from our male honey to our female honey. And what we're trying to do is breed these honey het motleys together and get the most yellow motleys and get the most yellow and black snakes that we possibly can. So what we're looking for in babies is larger border patterns. As you can see, there are some border patterns here, but it's very sparse, and I want it to be as contrasty as possible, so I want to up that border pattern as well as the yellow coloration in the animal. And as you can see, beautiful adults, but we're just gonna take this to the next level, and you're gonna see some awesome snakes. You also saw the honey tessera that came out of the other clutch, so check that guy out as well and check that video out. But we are gonna go over this whole clutch. Have fun, guys, and I hope you enjoy our honey corn snakes. I want to talk about what honey is. So honey is a double recessive gene. It is actually the caramel to the sunkissed corn snake. And if you breed a sunkissed to a caramel, you won't get visuals. You'll get het honeys or het sunkissed caramels.
Which is just so unfortunate that in corns, it takes time. If you want to do stuff fast, for the most part, it's not going to happen in corns.
I mean, you're going to have to do multiple generations, but the thing is that corn snakes have been bred for so long that they're carrying so many hets that you'll probably pop out something visual the first time anyway. And that's kind of what happened even with our honey clutch there. I didn't know she was het motley, and we popped out a bunch of honey motleys. So that's the fun of corn snake breeding. But this here is actually our caramel motley. So this isn't exactly just a caramel. Unfortunately, I guess kind of fortunately I didn't hatch out any that were just caramel, but this is a caramel motley, and then this here is the sunkissed. So if you breed these animals together, one sunkissed to one caramel, you will get all het honeys or het caramel sunkissed, and then you breed them back, and then that is how you get the honey. And for some reason, the combination of these two things makes
yellow.
It makes those yellow snakes.
It makes no sense how it makes yellow to me.
Yeah, and this caramel actually is showing a bunch of yellow, and she will get a little bit more yellow with age, and this sunkissed will get more red with age. So these are two genes that actually change a lot in coloration throughout their maturity. So maybe that's why it lends to our honeys and how difficult it is to choose who's going where and what's going to turn yellow and what's going to turn what. So, but these are amazing snakes. I like the genes on their own are amazing. We even have a better looking sunkissed, but we do have these actually available on the website if anyone's interested.
These are two gorgeous snakes. I love both of them.
Like I said, we're going to show you some of our coolest honey babies from this season. This here is a great example of what we are looking for. So as you can see, this little male right here has a good amount of yellow coming through already. So honeys usually get more yellow with age. Therefore, to have this much yellow as a baby, this is definitely a potential holdback. And yellow is definitely something that we are looking for, but we are also looking for dark saddle patterns. So this one actually doesn't have a great amount of black around the saddle border there. And I'm kind of wondering more and more whether you either gotta choose yellow or you gotta choose black in the saddle patterns. You can't have both.
I really like the thick black borders. And I think that goes back to, like, I don't know, my first love of Okatee, and it kind of just carried the look of thick black borders to me looks good on anything.
But I'm not sure if we can have exactly what we want, but I'm going to try my best to get a yellow and black animal. And this will be, this is going to be part of our future projects. When I'm doing record keeping and I'm writing their mutations on their cards, sometimes the babies, I see something that I like and I actually put it in parentheses, and this honey baby had potential black in parentheses, so I'm thinking that that's going to be an animal that will potentially have the most black over time, and I wanted to make sure I documented it, so let's check her out. And it's a female. The other ones I've had have been male, so I hatched out a very nice one last year, and look at the amount of yellow on this one already. So this one is pretty high yellow and pretty high black. Recently? Yes, so a lot of these have a bump right in the middle there, and they actually ate just about a day and a half ago. So a lot of them are still digesting their meals, but I just love this honey. And the more I'm looking at this one, the more I know that I have to hold this one back.
Do you think that the thick black borders has something to do with males, since that's what we've mostly seen it on?
I don't know if it's just luck or it's something that everyone sees, but I always find that I produce my best animal and it always happens to be a male. I'm always looking for a female, but 9 times out of 10 they're males. And look, there's some reasons in the wild, in other species, why that would happen. So males typically have brighter coloration to attract females.
To impress them?
Yeah, but I don't think that's what's happening in snakes. They don't use eyesight to pick their mates, so I think we just got unlucky, maybe, and you know, most of my holdbacks that I want to hold back end up being males, and those just happen to be the best looking ones.
Let's go on to our next honey.
So, as you can see, our very high-tech system here. I just made this cool fuzzy ball thing to make sure that I hold this one back. This one is actually a honey motley male.
Did you just call it a fuzzy ball thing? I thought it was an asterisk. Can you say
fuzzy ball?
Yeah. Okay.
Or a sea urchin.
There you go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, but it's like pink on the sides. Do you see that?
Yeah, well, that's where the pinky is.
Oh.
Right there.
Ooh.
You can literally see the color of the pinky.
Right. Okay, wait.
Or that's just the skin or the scale separation.
Oh.
Get it in better light. Right there. Okay. Oh, look at that.
Ew,
someone put a meal somewhere else.
Post meal. I wasn't expecting to see the pinkness of the pinky.
But look at how like gray that head is, and then the gold pops in on those wings. And then so the motley is basically just a pattern mutation, so you're gonna see a lot more circle patterns, a lot more of like a spinal vertebrae type pattern to the back of this animal than a normal corn. Motleys typically have this aberrant belly where on a typical corn there would be checkers going all the way down the belly, but these ones are just kind of randomly placed with a lot of plain, you know, white belly in between there. And you can see actually right where the umbilical cord went in. Right where his umbilical cord was is right there. So people ask if snakes have a belly button. They do, but it heals over time, and you can see that one.
Can't see anything, oh. And he's just moving so
He's moving
fast.
Like crazy.
Oh, I see the little line. I saw it.
All right, I don't want to mess with this guy too much since everyone just ate. I will be respectful of their digestion. So we got lucky, and we actually got 3 honey motleys, and 2 happen to be female, and the 1 happens to be male. So we got a good 1.2, which will start a great group for us. You can see how clean this one is. One of these is gonna go up for sale eventually, and I'm not sure which one yet, but I will get a better idea by the end of this video. Look at how yellow the neck is.
See, I like this.
And look at the head.
To me, this one, the other one.
How good is that head? Look at that. It's like a grayish blue.
I do not see blue.
What do you see?
Just gray.
Either way, it's gray. Corn snakes are not supposed to be gray.
We've gotten lots of gray heads this year. Over different
mutations.
Mutations, yep. I was trying to combine morph and mutation and came out to mortation.
Okay, so this is one of my favorites.
I think this is going to be the whole best.
This may be our... Well, let's look at the other female and let's see who's better.
Didn't we just better?
No, that was our male.
Okay.
Okay, so this was the one I originally had marked as a holdback.
Nope.
But look at how clean the sides are.
But I vote tops over sides.
Tops over sides. I mean, look at that side pattern. It's almost completely gone. I think that's really why I liked this animal, is for that side pattern. But the other one is a lot more yellow, and it has a much clearer head than this one. There's a lot more yellow going onto the head here, but the other one has a very contrasted gray head.
So if you like the non-existent side pattern, buy this one, because I think we're going to keep the other one.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know. It will be a game time decision. And since they're both females, it won't be a bad decision either way. Little female. May be available, may not be available, may keep them all. So here we have one unhappy baby.
I feel like that was like your TV person voice.
So this is clearly not the most amicable of all of our honey babies, but this female would make a great start to someone's honey project. If you want to make honeys in the future, this would be an amazing start. Get a female. This girl's going to be so yellow here. And ashamed to be letting this one go. I figured I would show you guys the future of our honey project. So kind of like I mentioned earlier, we just happened to hatch a bunch of really nice males last year and not too many nice females. And none of the females kind of met my standard to what I wanted to hold back for this project. So all I really had to hold back was this one male that had a lot of potential on the black border pattern. And let's check this guy out. As you can see, there's definitely a good amount of yellow coming through. This is a yearling, so that will give you an idea on how much they grow in a year. So from those babies to a yearling, it's pretty significant, to be honest. I mean, this must be 2 to 3 times the size, especially in girth. And you can see there's almost like gray that is bordering those saddles as well, which is something that I haven't seen before, which is interesting. And you can also kind of get a hint of a greenish tinge to it, which is what we are trying to not do with our honeys. So I hope that this one yellows up more. But as you can see, just a very cool like arrowhead pattern on the back of the head there. And what a cool snake. This male is going to be pivotal in the future of our project. So I look forward to seeing what this does in the next 2 to 3 years. They grow up and they change so much, so it's nice to see what I'm picking out is actually turning out to be what I want it to be, because sometimes you could pick babies and then you think you're looking for a certain phenotype, but you're kind of don't know what it's going to morph into. So especially with my ghost project last year, I was actually holding back the lightest of the babies, and I think actually the darkest of the babies turned out more how I wanted them to look. So you got to take that information as it comes and kind of get an idea for your projects and grow up some babies and see what they look like as babies and what they matured to as adults in order to make proper choices when you're picking your holdbacks. I hope you enjoyed learning all about our honey corn snakes. If you're interested in honeys or any of the other snakes you saw, or you want to see what's available, please check out Theportcitypythons.com. We also have merch available like this shirt, as well as some products like sphagnum moss and springtails. So that is something that you can put. Obviously springtails go in your bioactive vivariums, especially you dart frog folks, so please check that out. Also, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and if you made it this far, you're on the team.